It was a deadly end to ceasefire week in Milwaukee. Police are investigating a shooting that killed 2 people outside a liquor store. That happened yesterday afternoon near 11th and Atkinson. Officers report there are no suspects in custody. There were at least 18 shootings during ceasefire week. 5 of those victims were killed. And the recent violence spurred many city leaders to call for desperate change in Milwaukee neighborhoods. The mayor later joined the Black Male Achievement Advisory Committee to try and help make that happen. Jonah Kaplan has that story.
The committee met today in the area of 25th and Capitol. That's where a shooting struck an 11-year-old girl just last week. But the focus had to expand from there because during this past week, ceasefire week, look at all the shootings across town.
They first stood and smiled under sunny skies, but the meeting's agenda revolved around a much darker reality: drugs, violence, and unemployment.
We all have a role to play in changing the conditions that exist in this city.
Specifically, committee members highlighted Milwaukee's infamous reputation for segregation and African Americans' poor quality of life. Only 43% of black males graduate high school on time.
What makes a person so frustrated and have such a depraved heart that they don't even care that an 11-year-old is in his crossfire? Where does it come from?
Organizers also picked this neighborhood because, well, look, here's a park with a beautiful playground, but look over there, a blighted home. A lot of people came out to this meeting from this neighborhood. Check out the big crowd to listen to the mayor.
Of dozens of cities across the country.
Aton Bishop grew up here. His younger brother was murdered.
And I was just at a 38th Street school at their Mother's Day thing that they had going on. And just seeing all those kids up there, you know, some of those kids don't know each other, but they're up there singing, sounding real good. But 5 years from now, one of those kids might shoot, you know what I mean, another kid.
Bishop applauded the committee's initiatives, but he expects more.
Well, there needs to be action. That's what it's really about for me. Talk is cheap unless it's going to be backed by some action.
In Milwaukee, Jonah Kaplan, today's TMJ4.
This afternoon, Alderman Bob Donovan is planning a news conference himself to address the rash of violence. He'll be joined by the president of the police union. Historically, Donovan has been critical of the mayor and police chief.